right now.
Tony, thanks. And we begin with the fallout following a racially charged police shooting in Cleveland. It started with a high-speed chase, ended in a hail of bullets. 13 officers fired more than 137 rounds into a car, killing 2 people inside. They were unharmed. Today, the department issued its findings in the disturbing case. Rochelle Carey has the latest.
But I promised the community at that time that I would find out.
Cleveland's public security director and former chief of police, Michael McGrath, vowed he would get to the bottom of a November 2012 police chase that ended in a barrage of gunfire that killed Timothy Russell and Melissa Williams, both unarmed occupants of this vehicle.
137 shots were fired, involved 60-plus cars, and went through 3 districts.
On Tuesday, the police department shared its findings, the details of an internal investigation into the actions of 13 police officers involved in the shooting, and announced the firing of 6 officers, including Michael Brello, the only officer criminally charged in the incident. He was acquitted of manslaughter last May. The acquittal led to demonstrations that were for the most part peaceful.
Officer C climbs up on the trunk area of Zone Car 238.
Brello was accused of standing on a police cruiser and firing 15 shots into the windshield of Russell's car.
Officer C fires into the suspect vehicle.
As part of its internal investigation, police recreated the shooting incident using trial testimony and forensic analysis.
Officer D asks Officer J to retrieve the shotgun from car 217. Officer J refuses due to the gunfire.
Another 6 officers have been suspended for their role in the pursuit, and a 13th officer will retire early.
It's not criminal, and it doesn't rise to the level of firing anybody.
The police union defended the actions of the officers, who say their lives were threatened when Russell refused to heed warnings.
We fired our guns because they use the car as a deadly weapon, and we have a right to defend ourselves and go home to our families.
The Cleveland Police Union is vowing to appeal the dismissals. Rochelle Carey, Al Jazeera.
Paul Cristallo is a civil rights attorney who represents Timothy Russell's family. He's in Cleveland tonight. Paul, I understand you were meeting with city officials today. What did they tell you?
Well, they told us what the discipline was. It was part of the press conference, and so they laid out the discipline and why they came to those conclusions.
Do you have a sense of why these officers were let go as a result of that conversation?
Well, I think it was a result of just what a complete and utter disaster this pursuit was that ended in the death of 2 unarmed people. So the 6, I guess, worst shooters of the 13 have been terminated.
Have you spoken to the Russell family? What do they say?
I have spoken to them. They asked me to come down here to be their voice, and they're happy that some accountability is taking place, but of course they're hugely disappointed as well. This happened in November of 2012, so it's over 3 years ago, and I tell you the truth, I think we all feel that this is a cultural problem within the department.
What does that mean?
Well, I think that when you look at what all of the officers involved in this pursuit, all 67 of them, and how many of them refused to stop the pursuit, and how many of them shot, 137 bullets at these 2 people, it doesn't say that you have one rogue officer. I think it says that you've got a department that has too many cowboys in it, and it's a cultural issue.
And other than cowboys, what else does it tell you about that police department?
Well, I mean, it tells me that it's, right now I think it's kind of fractured between the administration and the union. I mean, when this happened, it shined the light, national exposure on the City of Cleveland Police Department, and now all of a sudden you've got the administration saying that, we've got problems with the officers, and you've got the union saying that it's not our problem, it's the administration and it's a lack of resources.
And in fact, the union wants the officers reinstated. What do you make of that?
Well, I think they're going to push very hard to get them reinstated. This is going to be another, God knows how long, it could be another 2 years. And I tell you the truth, the arbitration process, it very well could end up in all 6 of these officers coming back.
Paul, what's wrong with the Cleveland Police Department?
I think that we got away from working together. I think we got away from it being a community. I think that the Cleveland Police look at pockets of the community, people in the community, as containing them and controlling them. And I think we got away from community policing, and I think it's an epidemic. I think it's a problem that you're seeing across this country.
Paul Cristallo, good to have you on the program. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
To Cleveland this evening, 6 police officers were fired today and 6 others suspended for the deadly shooting of 2 unarmed people in 2012. That car riddled with bullets, officers firing 137 shots after a high-speed chase covering 20 miles involving 62 police cars. To your health tonight.